Greetings, my friends. This video is a bit of an obligatory one among YouTubers who are engaged in fantasy of some sorts. I know I used to be obsessed with them, and for good reason. They often help coordinate characters and whatnot for role-playing purposes. I'm talking about an axis of good, evil, law, chaos, and neutrality known as the alignment system, commonly found within DnD, though often found within other role-playing systems. First, I'll give you an overview of what the alignment system is, and then I'll be making my characters. The 9 alignments within Dungeons & Dragons are a general basis regarding the moral system a certain character might follow. These alignments are found within 2 axes, one being law against chaos and the other being good against evil. Therefore, these alignments consist of lawful evil, chaotic evil, lawful neutral, chaotic neutral, lawful good, chaotic good, and true neutral. Think of these alignments as a rough overview and not a straitjacket. Unlike morality found within the real world, Dungeons & Dragons alignments are highly subjective. Notions of law, chaos, good, and evil are divisive and controversial. And what one may say is lawful, another will say is chaotic. These alignments are also highly influenced by where one is on the political spectrum, with a progressive atheist, Orthodox Christian, and Talmudic Jew having entirely different views regarding what constitutes as what. Thus, I shall give both the DnD definition and my personal definition for the law, chaos, and good-evil axes before continuing. In the official DnD world, law represents order, structure, and predictability. Characters who align with law value rules, tradition, and hierarchy. They believe in maintaining societal structures and adhering to codes of conduct, whether written or unwritten. Chaos, on the other hand, represents freedom, spontaneity, and unpredictability. Characters who align with chaos value personal freedom and autonomy, often rejecting conventional rules and structures. They embrace change and are guided by individual desires and instincts. To me, I'd argue this is a matter of philosophies based on life, rather than political alignment. The French Revolution, for example, was a conflict between good, those who supported God and King, and evil, those who wished to overthrow basic morality in the revolution. You can be a monarchist who approaches life with a certain energy of freedom in your heart, and that would give you a chaotic alignment. The same thing for law in regards to someone who serves the revolution with all her heart and mind. Thus, law is about conformity to a set of principles, chaos is about freedom and spontaneity, and neutrality within this axis represents a type of balance, more flexible with his principles. Now, what about good and evil? Within the modern world, goodness is something that is often thought of as being within the common man. However, are most of us good? Look in the mirror for a while and ask yourself, am I truly a good person? The answer depends, for goodness itself must be a dedication. In order to be considered as having a good alignment, one must make a genuine commitment to both kindness and honor. This commitment must be done through perfecting one's character and holding true to his integrity, which is very hard in the modern world. Evil, on the other hand, is a lot more common than one might think. However, this too is limited to one's pursuits. You can't just be a bad person and be evil. You have to prove it through your actions. If you genuinely care only about yourself to the expense of others, you are evil. If you genuinely strip yourself of all compassion in your heart, then you are evil as well. Being evil is done with a commitment, not just general selfishness, for a selfish man may yet still have a heart. Now, I shall use the 9 alignments to show and explain various characters, but I shall do so with one warning. Think of the alignments as something like a political compass, a deeply flawed analysis of who someone is. People don't fit in boxes, and they certainly don't fit in alignments. However, I hope this shall give you a good example of the alignment system interpreted creatively, so that you can use these alignments as a general framework while focusing on the characters themselves.
Lawful neutral, the defector. My name is Vladimir Kazkavachuk, the supposed traitor to the revolution. I was the commander of the Revolutionary Vanguard, ensuring that all citizens of the People's Republic maintain their loyalty to our principles. When I was in charge, I dished out the penalties with fairness, making sure that no one was above the wrath of the people and the 13 principles. At least that's what I thought. When I saw the people's chairman, Hao Ping, sitting on his throne with luxury as his goal, I knew that he was far from the selfless leader I thought of him as. Then, all of my memories of my childhood under the nation's Kavorov dynasty took hold. The Tsar was a tyrant, but he didn't claim to be a liberator. That's why I defected from the revolutionary vanguard to form my own, the League of the Adherent, one that follows the 13 principles with every fiber of their being and enforces them meticulously on the new nobility that dominates.
Chaotic evil, the despondent. Let me quote to you an old song from my days in a Japanese military academy, just after the chaos of World War II ended. Loyalty, piety, benevolence, and love. What is the meaning of this talk from above? In truth, these are just words used by people who obsess with words all the time. And you know what? I have my own words that I'll obsess over. A good example of one? Flower. I've spoiled many flowers as of late, indulging in pleasures at the expense of others. Do I consider the harm I caused by keeping them in their degrading situations? No, I see no reason to concern myself with their struggles, just as I focus solely on my own interests. I'm already evading the authorities of 900 human rights organizations for my unethical experiments. But that's life. Now, before I continue my indulgences, I suggest you leave. I have several engagements to attend to.
Chaotic good, the pianist. Throughout my life, I've been a faithful subject of the king. What has the king given me? A forest for me to run through, a studio for me to practice in, and an overall good life. Now, I admit that he's not a perfect ruler, and yes, I know that there are many troubles going throughout the kingdom, but you're asking me to join the rebellion and overthrow his rule. Not only am I not interested, I simply can't and won't. While you're an industrial boss who treats your workers like shit, the supposedly tyrannical king saved not only my life, but my entire family as well. It would just be wrong to betray him like that. And you know what? In his honor, I dedicated my life to music. If you want to see the throne room destroyed, I'm sorry, but no. I'm not going to betray the man who not only refused to do wrong, but was and still is a great benefactor in my life.
Neutral evil. The bureaucrat. It's a long day at the office in Megacorp. A really long day. Welp, it's time to check my wallet. And there, another $1 million I've made today. And yes, this is only $1 million per day. I'm a lot richer than how people think I look, what with my broken down Jeep and dying sister. I mean, I could cure it, but it's just too expensive. I would lose 2% of my stock for something that might not even work. I mean, it'll probably work, but still. But just because I won't be going down to fancy restaurants or something or other, like paying overwhelming medical costs for my sister, doesn't mean I won't be having my fun. You see, I've got a peculiar taste. I like watching blind people accidentally bump into each other. I also like hearing homeless people whine and cry when I just yell at them to get a job. Just get a job. It's not too severe. Get a job and you won't be homeless. No homeless allowed to apply? That's because you're a bum.
Chaotic neutral, the wanderer. It was a hard road to get to where I'm at, but I managed to somehow pull myself on my bootstraps and actually get somewhere. I started as a homeless man, but I've gotten wealthy as of late and seek to pull my wealth to greater use. And you know what? I've tried to donate to charity. I have just never gone out of my way to do so. And yes, I saved my dying mother from cancer, but what brings me true joy is to wander around the world. I've been to Tibet, Brunei, Malaysia, Korea, Spain, Russia, Peru, and Argentina. I practically don't even have a house anymore thanks to all the travel I do. I'll lend it out if someone presents myself with the opportunity to do so, but other than that, I won't. I've done the right thing where it counts, but really I just want to go. I don't want to be hampered with helping others or doing what blah blah blah. I just want to go around, explore the world, and meet new people. Is that too much to ask? Lawful evil, the role model. My decision to be an adoptive dad was a tough one, but one that had to be done. The kid's original father was a violinist. He didn't get a job and caused trouble to his family. When the People's Republic was instated, he refused to renounce his loyalty to the old monarchy. Same thing happened with the kid's original mother. She was a painter, which is good for a woman, but she still held on to the traditional ideas of motherly subservience. I just couldn't let that happen to my children. You see, my children will be devoted to the party. They will memorize the 13 principles to heart and even adopt the 3 maxims imposed by the new chairman. When they grow to be men, they'll join the army or work at a factory. None of this artistry stuff can get in the way of responsibility now. The final victory? I'll just tell them that I was always their father and that they can forget their old parents. That way there's no defiance. Lawful Good, the Renegade. My name is unimportant, for all that exists is my title, Kastrov I, rightful Emperor of Stolitsa. Yes, I was overthrown, but I still live here as the figurehead of the rebellion. When I was overthrown by the bloody anarchists, the people thought themselves free but ended up under tyranny. I predicted it, but nobody listened. Now the people are willing to do anything they possibly can to restore the old order. Yes, I am the head of the rebellion. The main difference is that I stand by the old order. Of course, everyone wants what they call true democracy, but the people are desperate. I know that I sound power-hungry, but let me tell you this. I have laid down my life for my people. I was the man who ordered that food be sent to the starving town of Akal, even though I was the one chased by the People's Self-Defense Force. My power comes not from popular opinion, nor the will of a corporate few. My power comes from God. True neutral, the academic. They say all it takes for evil to win is for good men to do nothing. Thing is, I don't blame those good men doing nothing because I'm in their exact same spot now. My family's stuck in China while I'm enjoying my life here in America. Now that my family's home, I just don't see why I'd need to do anything involved there. I'm an academic, I study, I teach. I don't know if I'm the best teacher, but I get the job done as my students actively want to learn, at least the ones that pass. Go ahead and condemn me from your land down below while I live my ivory tower existence dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. It's the role of other people to do what they want about the situation, and the role of little old me to record what's going on. That's why I've done what I've done. The continued pursuit of knowledge so that I may be the one who sits by the man who changed the world as he thanks his professor. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with
I know that people think I'm some stodgy Baptist minister. Even the traditionalists hate me because I like to play rock and roll in my church. But who cares? Let them judge, for I'm doing my own thing. Every single day, I dedicate myself to the community, reading them the Bible before I drink with my friends every night at the sports bar. You're welcome to join my community potluck at church one day. Oh, you're a visitor here in this town? You can't afford a hotel? And you're a Muslim, so your religion dictates you can't go to church? Then you can sleep in my bed, my brother in Christ, and I'll help you find your way back home. God bless you, son, for prayer is the most important thing in your life. Now let's go and take our prayers seriously. I think it's Ramadan, so I'll make sure to feed you by sunset.
Now I hope you've enjoyed my characters based on the alignment system found within Dungeons & Dragons. These are meant to be unusual takes on the alignments, and due to that, they're subjective. I'm primarily having fun here and showing you how you can have some free writing fun as well. Now God bless you all and have a great day.